Hi, Steve Super Retro here. Uh, I've been doing an awful lot of videos on some of my comic books, uh, pickups, and collections. I thought I'd do something a little different and start doing some videos on my retro computer games that I've collected over the years. Some of these earlier ones are pretty rare, pretty hard to find, and I thought it would do justice to show some of these in my collection. I thought I'd title this series When Computers Came in Bags. This first series, I thought I would do some of my earliest ones. Well, actually, these aren't even the earliest, but some of these are probably the most probably well known and probably the most valuable. But these were games made by the computer game company called Online Systems, which later became Sierra Online. You would probably know them better by Leisure Suit Larry or King's Quest. They also made Police Quest. They made a lot of different games, but those were some of the better known of the graphic oriented computer games. These ones were kind of text based with some rudimentary graphics added. This first one here, it's called Mission Asteroid. You see, came in a bag. I'll take it out of here. Very early on, they put these games in baggies, and they hung them on pegboard for display. See the peg hole up there. But this one was Adventure Number 0, Mission Asteroid. And it's kind of a misnomer because it really wasn't the very first one. I forget even which one this was. Probably the 6th or 7th. I'm not really sure. But this one was a text-based graphics game where you set out to explore an asteroid. They came in a little folder type booklet with the instructions for loading. And some basic instructions on how to get it going and how to play the game. They came in with an inline key that was kind of an advertisement for some of their other games that they had available at the time. With a little addendum that they put in the bag. Registration card. You send off. And the game came on 5 1/4 inch double-sided, double-density discs, which were also labeled Online Systems. So that was number 0, but it was really a 6, 7, 8, something like that. The other one I happened to come across was this one, The Wizard and the Princess, Online Systems. This was a high-res adventure number 2. Again, you see a little hole punch there where they hung it on the peg. the inner card. It had the other titles and some rudimentary instructions on how to get the game going. A product registration card. And the floppy disks. This one I happen to have two. I don't know where, somewhere I came across another copy of the disc by itself. It's a little bit different. This one just says 1980 Online Systems on it. And this one says Online Systems Adapted for the Atari by Chris Iden. So I'm not sure which one of these is the earlier version of the disc, but they're both the same game, both for Atari. This is the Atari home computer, not the Atari 2600 that a lot of people are used to. The last one in the Sierra series that I have, Online Systems, not necessarily Sierra yet, but Online Systems, was Ulysses and the Golden Fleece. Again, there's a little baggy hole to hang it on the wall. Some description of the game to get you enticed to buy it. This one I had a cardboard insert for it, so I don't know if the later ones came with a stiffener in the envelope or the other ones are just missing that. This one came on 2 floppy disks, so this was a massive game back in the day. Double-sided game, data on both sides of the disk. You just have to flip them over on the floppy drive to load up the data. And I got a bunch of the original game saves and copies of the game that came with it. But I've enjoyed collecting these things over the years. I had no idea that they would ever become collector's items like they have, but I guess people are looking for these. And Sierra Line was before Sierra Online became Sierra Online, so these are early history for a computer company that is no longer in business, but they had a huge impact back in the 80s with computer software. These all were made in the very early 80s. I believe this one was actually 1980. The other ones were probably 82, 83 maybe. Very early in the home computer market. I remember going down the shopping mall down the street and looking at some of these things and wishing I could afford some of these, because not a whole lot of people could afford a home computer back in the day. And I didn't get one until I was, I don't know, 16, 17 years old, and bought a TRS-80 Model 1, which was a used one, and it was cheaper than the others because it didn't have color, and I guess everybody wanted the color. But that was my first introduction into the world of computers. It was the very early 80s, playing these type of games. Hope you enjoyed that. I got some other ones made from some other companies. I got some Datasoft and some early TRS-80 games on cassette. I'll do some videos of those later. If you enjoyed this, I appreciate a thumbs up. Appreciate a subscribe, and I'll do some more of these for you. Thank you. Super More Retro. Talk to you later.